Well, here's what we have today. We're gonna go, we haven't done one of these for a long time, and it's kind of one of my favorites, the left-right circuit. Okay, so the way it goes is you have 3 minutes to do, there's 4 exercises. So you have 3 minutes to finish all those exercises with the weight in your right hand and then your left hand. Okay, so you'll go through all 4 exercises with the weight in your right hand, and then you'll go back through all 4 exercises with the weight in your left hand, all within that 3 minutes. Okay, so first one, there's a couple options here. If you have a kettlebell, that would probably work best for this circuit, but dumbbells work as well. So first one, there's actually 3 options. Okay, it's kind of like a good, better, best. All right, so first option is a kettlebell swing, a one-arm swing. All right, so we just keep both hands planted on the floor, pushing those hips back, okay, using the action of your hips to move the weight forward and backward. Okay, so that works. It's tougher with the dumbbell because the dumbbell is wider and tends to, knock your knees or your legs on the way through. But the next option is a high pull, right? So it's kind of like a swing, but instead of keeping your arm straight and having the bottom of the kettlebell face forward, you bend your elbow and pull your elbow high. Okay, so it's just that pulling up, and then you just kind of push it back down. Okay, so that's the high pull. Final option is a kettlebell snatch. And I would recommend this only if you've done them before, or if you understand them, or if you have a good feel for them. But a kettlebell snatch is like a swing. You start off just like a swing, and then you're pulling it up over your head. Actually, you won't even be able to see the whole movement, and I may hit the ceiling here, I'm not sure. But you pull through, pull that weight up, and then it lands right with it. The back of the kettlebell on your hand or on your wrist, and then flip it back down. Okay, so I really only recommend that if you're used to it, if you practice it, if you've done it before. So maybe the kettlebell snatch for you, but most likely it's going to be that high pull or the one-arm swing. Okay. Next one's a little more cut and dry. So after you're going to do 8 of those, so 8 swings. Okay, and then on that last swing, we'll bring it up to your shoulder. We're going to do 8 shoulder presses. Okay, after that 8th shoulder press, we're going to do a forward lunge. So you'll hold the weight here on your shoulder. We step forward for a forward lunge. So whatever side the weight is on, you'll step with the opposite side. Okay, and then after you do your 8 lunges, you drop that weight down for 8 SLDL. Okay, so the order is kettlebell snatch or high pull or swing, shoulder press, forward lunge, SLDL. Okay, and then the easiest way to work back through it is just to switch hands, go SLDL, bring that weight up for a forward lunge. After your 8th forward lunge, do 8 shoulder presses. After that 8th press, you go back into the swing or whatever you're doing. Okay, so I'll remind us as we go through. Everybody's going to be at a slightly different pace. Just keep in mind we're looking for about 1.5 minutes to finish one side, and then 1.5 minutes to finish the other. And then we'll have a full minute to rest. Okay, all right, so unless everybody's thoroughly confused, we'll go ahead and get started with our warm-up. And first thing, let's start off on the ground. We're gonna give you can't see me. We're gonna give one knee a hug and try to touch the back of your other knee to the ground. All right, so we give one knee a big hug, and we're gonna straighten this leg out. Try to touch the back of your knee to the ground. So when you give your leg a hug, you're tipping your hips back. And then we should be kind of working on a hip flexor stretch here. And good, same position, but let's push that heel up towards the ceiling now. So we're going for a hamstring stretch. Relaxing your head down to the floor if you can. And good, let's switch sides. So give that knee a hug first. Remember tipping those hips back. Usually as you tip your hip back, your knee will rise up off the floor. So now we're just pushing it back down. And good, let's straighten that leg, get a hamstring stretch. About pulling your toes back toward you if you can. And good, let's roll over to a push-up position. And we're gonna do a pigeon stretch. So push-up position, and that leg's gonna come up and across in front of you. And that nice rotation on your hip. Should feel the stretch behind your hip bone, right around your back pocket. And good, let's go ahead and switch sides. And good. All right, push-up position. Okay, we're just gonna cycle between the push-up position and pushing up into downward dog. Yeah, I really wanna use this as a shoulder warm-up. So really think about getting your shoulders through a big range of motion here. Just folding in half, trying to get your ears between your arms. Really focusing on pressing through the shoulders. And good. From there, let's go all fours. If you got your roller nearby still, that would be helpful. If not, no big deal. Okay, but we're gonna be in all fours. That roller is gonna be next to you. You're gonna take your opposite hand, put the back of your hand on there. And we're gonna keep both arms straight. Push that roller away. And then we come back to square with your shoulders. Okay, so we're using this as our rotation today. Usually we rotate up, but today we're rotating down. Remember, we want that palm that's either on the roller or on the floor. We want that palm facing up. And we're gonna keep both arms straight as we do this. Good, let's switch sides. And good, let's go ahead and stand. Okay. Forward lunge, reverse lunge. So we're just gonna take one foot, step forward, take that same foot and step backwards for a reverse lunge. Okay, so we just glue one foot to the floor. And let's switch sides. And good. Okay, go ahead and grab your weight. I do want to add you know, we already have 3 options for the first movement, the first exercise, but I do want to add one more. Just if swings aren't your thing, right? So if swinging threatens your back at all or whatever, let's just turn it into a 1-leg deadlift, okay? Or sorry, 1-arm deadlift, right? So instead of doing the full swing, we'll just go for the deadlift. You drop that weight, maybe touch it to the floor, maybe not. But it takes the swing out of it, and it just allows you to use your hips and control the movement a little bit more, so that there's no back threat there. Okay, so that's a 4th option. Okay, so we're going 5 times, 3 minutes on essentially, 1 minute off. Okay, we're going 5 times, total workout time, 20 minutes this morning. Okay, so we're getting started. I'll remind you as we go through. So it's that swing or snatch or high pull, followed by the press, shoulder press. You can do that standing. You can do it kneeling, whatever you need. Then the forward lunge, then the SLDL. Okay, so but I'll remind you as you go through. All right, we're gonna start in 10 seconds. Make sure you got your weight nearby. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And here we go, starting with the swing or the snatch, whatever you're doing this morning. Remember, we're doing 8 of everything. Should be pretty easy math. After that 8th one, we go to a shoulder press. After the shoulder press, you keep it right there on your shoulder. Go for a forward lunge. If you have a dumbbell, it's really hard to hold it on your shoulder. So don't worry about that. Just hold it down low. After those forward lunges, drop that weight down for an SLDL. Minute 45 left, just for time check. Okay, so after that SLDL, you're just gonna switch hands. Working our way back up. We're halfway there, 1.5 minutes left. After the SLDL, we come up to your shoulder, forward lunge. After the forward lunge, we go shoulder press. 8 of everything. And then finish up with whatever version of the swing you're doing. Twenty seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and we got a minute rest. Okay, so that first circuit should give you an idea of the timing of everything. I would say I maybe rushed mine a little bit. So we don't want to be We don't want to rush through, but you do want to be efficient. Okay, so just making sure all your movements are really good. There is time to roll through smoothly and efficiently. Like I said, you shouldn't have to rush. 30 seconds left to rest. One round down, 4 to go. Let's start off with the hand that you finished with. So whatever hand you ended up with, you're going to start with that one. Start with the weight in that hand. Ready in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. I'm going to do the swing this time just to demonstrate. After 8, we go to the shoulder press. Keeping that weight up top, forward lunge. Remember, if the weight's on your left, you're going to step forward with your right. SLDL is next. In a minute and a half, we're halfway there. So if you're on the other SLDL, you're in pretty good shape. Bring that weight up for a forward lunge. Shoulder press, 1 minute left. And we wrap up with the swing or whatever version. Thirty seconds. Fifteen seconds left. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest for a minute. That minute should give you time for just about a full recovery. Thirty seconds left to rest. Guys, if there's any questions, feel free to shout them out. Or if anybody needs any modifications, I can help out. I'm going to do the high pull here this time just to demonstrate. I like that as a nice in between for the swing. Also, if you have a dumbbell, a deadlift is kind of the way to go because you can't really swing it all that well. All right, 2 seconds, 1, and here we go. Starting off on the side that you finished on. All right, so pull that elbow high, pull the weight right up to your shoulder, and then push it back down. And that last one, we'll keep it up on your shoulder for a press. Forward lunge is next. Remember, if holding it up on your shoulder isn't working, go ahead and drop it down to the side. SLDL to wrap up this side. Right over to the other side. Minute and a half down. Should be on the second hand by now. Press. 55 seconds to go. Twenty seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1, and 1 minute off. Getting into round 4. Twenty seconds left to rest, guys. Remember, we're going to be starting off with probably your non-dominant hand, since this is a even number. So we're at number 4. Starting in 5 seconds. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. This is what it looks like. So if you're dropping the weight down to the side, still step forward with the same leg. You're just holding the weight low. One minute down. We do have time. Take your time with the SLDL. Make sure it's a full range of motion. Keeping those shoulders back, chest out on the SLDL. Halfway. One minute left. $30. 15. 2, 1, and rest. So however far you get through that, if you don't finish, that's okay, because we're alternating start sides. So we'll end up with just about an even amount of work, minus this last one here. So if you're not finishing, don't worry. You can also adjust the numbers, right? So if you got to do 7 of everything, go to 7. If you feel like you want to go to 9 of everything, you can go to 9 of everything. $20 seconds left, last round coming up. $10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Last round of the day. One minute down, 2 to go, guys. Halfway. $45 seconds. 20 left. 10 left. 3, 2, 1, and that's a wrap. Okay. Great job this morning, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I like those left-right circuits. They are challenging, though. Okay, I'm out for the rest of the week. So you won't see me in the mornings, but I'll be thinking of you guys. Good to see everybody this morning. Thanks for joining. Amy, Carol, Mark, Ted, have a fantastic Wednesday. We'll see you soon.